Hello guys, this is Asharam and in this video I'll discuss the solution of problem convenient airports of CodeChef June long challenge 2020. So in this problem you are given n cities and there are m bidirectional flights in these cities, or there are n airports actually. So each flights connect to distinct airports and there can be any number of flights between each pair of airports, and degree of degree of a airport is defined as number of flights that has this airport I as its one of the endpoints. So you can just think of it as a graph where nodes are airports and edges are the flights. Okay, so now this is not connected yet, that is whole system of these airports is not connected, and you want to connect the system, the connect by constructing some flights or by removing some flights. Okay, and you have to minimize the inconvenience. So inconvenience is the change in degree of each airport, sum of change in degree of each airport. So you have to minimize this sum change in sum of degrees. Okay, change in degree, sum of change in degrees actually. So you have to propose a new system of flights such that inconvenience is smallest possible, and you can print any solution in cases of multiple solution. And your yeah, so your final output should be the minimum inconvenience and your new flight system. So I'll describe my thought process for this problem, and then so I'll be able to make you understand it by my thought process, I think. So let's try to do this. So I'll add a page. So what was my first approach? So I just read the problem, and what I did was, so there were some disconnected, so there are some disconnected components like this, that is these flights are disconnected, and something like, let's say, then there is like this. So these are our flights, let's say, something like this. So what I did was, so I found the number of disconnected components. So I'll take the vertices of this, I'll connect them, then I'll take two vertices of this and I'll connect them. So pretty simple. We just connected the all the disconnected components. So change in degree was, here we have added, so its degree is increased by plus 1, similarly plus 1 and plus 1. So I'll change inconveniences 4, but yeah, I got wrong answer pretty soon, so this was wrong approach. So this is our first my first approach. Then my second approach, then I realized that there is this multiple edge concept, that is, you'll have edges like this. So there are two airports like this, and now let's say we have two more airports like this, that, and another airport like this. So what we can do is, we can connect this airport, so we can take its any vertex and we can connect it here and we can connect it here. So you can see that its degree is increased by plus 1 and again plus 1 and again plus 1. So now here is a simple catch, that is, we can simply remove this edge. So when we remove this edge, we are, so this will be minus 1, this will be minus 1, so it will be 0, it will be 0, and our total change in degree is 2, so inconvenience is 2. And there is I'd like to mention one more point, that is maximum. So you are constructing a edge, then maximum number of maximum number of change can be 2, maximum change can be 2, only plus 1 and plus 1. Okay, so yeah, so I realized this, that is that this is plus 2. So this is nice, huh? So now there is one more thing. So new page after. So let's say you have a multiple edge like this, and then you have another multiple edge. Okay, multiple edge like this, and then there are some disconnected components. So now you can see that we have to connect both of them. Okay, so when we connect both of them, so its degree is increased by +1 and again a +1. So now if let's say if there was not any, these two components were not there, then what you can do is you can delete this. So you can delete this. So now you can see that here it is a -1, it is a -1, so net is 0, and here it is a -1, and you can construct a edge, a big edge here. So again a +1, again a +1, that is 0, that is changes 0. So you can see that if there are disconnected components with multiple edges, and there are many disconnected components with multiple edges like this, and so on, then what you can do is just you can connect all of these disconnected components with zero inconvenience easily. Okay, so in the second approach, this is what I did. So I first connected all these components with multiple edges which have at least one multiple edge together, and the cost was just 0. So now this is nice. Okay, so this is really good. So now let's say, and now we want to connect these components also. Okay, so you can simply, what you can do is you can connect it here, and you can connect it here. So this is, and now again what you can do is you can remove it. So net change at this vertex is again 0, and +1 and +1. So our cost was only to connect these components with no multiple edges. So yeah, so you are able to connect them in only 2. So yeah, so in my second approach, this is what I did. My first step was connect components with multiple edges, cost is 0. Then my second step was to connect this, let's call them linear components. Okay, these are linear components. Connect linear components with multiple edges. And my third step was, because there are some linear component left when number of multiple edges is less. Okay, so then we can connect simply all the linear components together, and we can join them with one point. So suppose that there were more components like this, so what you can do is simply connect them like this. Okay, so you can connect them. If there is more, connect them and simply put it anywhere. So your cost will be 2. So here no, so here it will be 2 cost, here it will be 2, and here it will be 2. So in this case cost was 0, in this case cost was +1, that is +2 for each pair of linear components, and in final case was +2 for each linear component. Okay, each connection of linear component. So yeah, so what this did was, I'll show you. So all the that is this first subtask, that is this third task 6, and then this task 6 was passed. Okay, so I wasn't printing the edges back then, I was just checking the inconvenience, because printing edges was too easy and I was not doing back then. I was just trying to figure out how to calculate the minimum inconvenience. So this subtask was passed. So you can say that this subtask is solely related on the concept of multiple edges. Now, so only one task of one subtask was passed. So I tried to figure out another approach. So what I did in my third approach. So in third approach, I realized that if there is a close disconnected component like this, and if there is a multiple edge component like this, so if you want to connect both of them, then what you can do is you can construct a flight here. Okay, and now just remove one of its adjacent edge and remove this multiple edge. So when we do this, so this is remove it, and now construct another edge like this. So you can see that the change here is 0, here it is also 0, here it is also 0, and here it is also 0. That is all the cycles, all the components with cycles. So you can see that this cycle is behaving just like a multiple edge. So I incorporated the same algorithm, but this time I also included the cycle. That is, I considered cycles and multiple edges as the same thing. So in that case, what happened was, I said this, my fifth and sixth task of subtask 1 was passed, that is these two. Okay, so this means that this task was related to concept of multiple edges and the cycles. So now, so this approach was also wrong, that is, there is something more. So let's see what I did in my fourth approach. So in the fourth approach, suppose that there is a multiple edge or a cycle, and then there is a linear component with more than two vertices. Okay, so what you can do is you can connect this vertex here and this vertex here. So now you can see that this is +1, this is +1, this is +1, this is +1 degree change. So now simply delete this. So we delete it. Oh, so now if when we delete it, it will be -1, -1, minus, and when we delete it, it will be -1. So you can see that the total cost is 0. So now why this is better? So let's say when there is only a single edge and single multiple edge or single cycle, and there are two linear component with multiple edges, so you'll say that this will result in same thing, because if we connect one linear component like this, then we have to connect other linear component with cost 2. So you'll say that it is not doing any better, but it will do better when there are many number of multiple edges or cycles and the number of linear component is less. In that case, we can simply connect all the linear components to each multiple edge and the total cost will be 0. So connecting linear component with a single multiple edge, a single linear component with single multiple edge, is more beneficial than connecting two linear component with a single multiple edge or single cycle. If it is not better, then it is equal to that. Okay, because let's say this is not the case. So if this is the case, then we are doing this, we are connecting both of them, then it will be 2. And if we are connecting just a single to both of them, and the linear, then another linear like this with +2 cost, +0 cost, +0 cost. So in any case, we are not doing anything worse. Okay, we are not doing anything bad, we are just doing better. At least we can do better, if not worse. Okay, yeah, what I'm saying. So and now there is last thing left is a component with only a single vertex. So you cannot apply this thing here, this thing here, this concept. Okay, this concept you cannot apply on a component with single vertex. So this will behave just like linear component was behaving in these above approaches. So now my new approach was, so my first step was same, connect, cyclic and multiple edges component. My second step was connect linear component with multiple edges. And now my third step is linear components and single vertex component. Connect them. So it will be a cost 0 operation, it will be a cost 0 operation, it will be a cost 0 plus 2 operation. So yeah, so what this did was this approach passed all the 3 subtasks. So it means that it was the correct approach. So now final task left is how to print them. That is, so our main thing only is, so we can simply detect all the components while running a DFS. So suppose that there are components like this, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So if we run a DFS from 1, then we won't reach here anyway, we will only cover these. So this will be our component 1, this will be our component 2. So you can see that we can easily find disconnected components just by running DFS. Okay, now main task is how to find the component with multiple edges and how to find those multiple edges and those cycles. So what we'll do is we'll simply do a DFS but a little modified. So we'll number each edge. So suppose that there is something like this, 1, something like 2, 3, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6. So we'll number all the edges. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So now when we run a DFS, so I'm not considering any other component here, I'm just talking about this component. So I am finding all the multiple edges and all the cycles. So you can see that when we run a DFS, so we'll move here. Now we'll run a DFS from 2 now. So we'll go to 3. So now 3 don't have any more child. So we don't consider the edges between the child and the parent. Okay, so there are no more child, so we'll just leave it. Now we are back at second. Now there will be one more edge which is at 3. So now we have already visited 3, that is we have already visited 3, but again we are visiting it but from a different edge. So this means that this edge should be a multiple edge, or should be a cycle, we'll see. So this means that number 3 is a cycle or a multiple edge. So we'll push it in, we'll store it in our array or vector or something. Okay, so now this is our first multiple edge. Then we'll go to 4. Now we'll run a DFS from 4. So 4, from it will go to 5, from 5 it will go to 6. Now from 6 it is trying to go to 4, but 4 is already visited, but it is just that we are going it from different edge. It means that that edge must be a part of cycle or a multiple edge. So it means that our another, this will be 3 6. Yeah, so these are our cycles or multiple edges. So we have in this way you can find all the cycles or multiple edge components. So now, so there will be 3 different types of component. First component type contains cycles and multiple edges. Second type contains linear component with more than 2 vertices, and third component will have only a single vertex. and then printing them is not a difficult task. We can connect all the cycles, so we can use its one edge. So there, let's say there are three cycle component, so we can use each, so we can use first multiple edge, second multiple edge, third multiple edge, we can connect them. So and we can remove these multiple edges. Okay, so this is not a difficult task. Only difficult task was to find these multiple edges and the cyclic edges. So now let's explain the code for it. So in the code, so this is my DFS which will find all the cycles. So this vector v is to store the cycle, that is if we have visited the current vertex, and we have also, if we have also visited the edge, then there is no point. If we have not visited the edge, then this edge should be a part of some cycle or something, or multiple edge. So yeah, so we'll push it into our vector and we'll continue our DFS in this manner. And yeah, and for linear component, so for connecting linear components, as I have explained, that we only need to worry about a single vertex, sorry, not single vertex, only a single edge. This is our single edge. So I stored that edge number here. So now, yeah, so this is my initialization, input and initialization, and then I run a DFS to find all the components and cycles, and that is component with cycles, multiple edges, and linear components. So you can see that if the vector size came out to greater than 0, that is there is at least one multiple edge, then we'll push into cycles component. And if number of edges, this is the number of edge for linear component. Okay, if this is -1, that is we haven't visited any edge, that is it is only a single vertex. In that case we'll push it into single vector, and otherwise we'll push it into linear vector. And then I'll do those three steps. Okay, so the code is pretty long, I'm not explaining it right now. So yeah, so you can see that. Yeah, so that's it guys for now. The time complexity, yeah, so time complexity is, we are only running DFS here, so it will be O of number of edges, maximum of m comma n. So yeah, so that's it guys for now. Thank you for watching the video.